Nerd Confessions.
Hi, welcome to Nerd Confessions. It has been 2 weeks since our last confession. I'm Jeff, and I got Ryan, Sohill, Will, and Encore here with us. We're going to go around and talk about games we've been playing this week. We'll start with you, Ryan. Go ahead.
This week I played some Volume. I platinumed that one. Quick, easy 8 hours. I liked it a lot. Played some Zombie. Got Ratchet and Clank. Finished that one off. That was good. Started playing Tales of Hearts R for PlayStation Vita from a commute. It's pretty good. Also started some Dragon Quest Heroes, and I found myself going back to Fallout 4.
Wow, very nice.
I do want to go back and try the new DLC they got.
I didn't even start the DLC. I just started to do the 2 other factions that I didn't do.
Are you going to buy the DLC?
Oh, I bought it. I bought it on eBay. $20.
Damn. Deal. They raised the price, too.
I bought the season pass and still haven't played the DLC.
How much you buy the season pass for?
I don't remember. It was,
I got it for 20.
Do you remember how much it was?
It used to be 30, and they raised it
I thought
to
it was
50.
30.
Probably got it for 30.
It's
full
50
price.
now.
It's okay. It's not.
Find
Who
deals.
cares? Got it for 30 or 20. It's $10 difference.
Ryan's bragging.
Sorry,
got it for
money
20
bag.
All right. So, who wants to go next and tell us what games they've played?
Go ahead, Soil.
All right, I can go. I played Zombie, Sunset Overdrive, and I'm still playing Pokemon X. It's still taking me some time.
2 years ago.
I thought you finished Sunset Overdrive.
I did finish it. I finished it a while ago, actually, but I finished that. I finished most of Zombie. I couldn't finish the whole thing. I didn't beat it, so, but I played it. Anyway, Ryan, you already went. So, Will, did you want to tell us your games?
All right. Completionist, I got 100% on Quantum Break. I went back to Witcher 3 and Batman Arkham Knight and got the platinum for those because it was that close.
You guys and your platinum.
I checked Will's profile. I think I had 2 platinums.
I have 5 right now.
I have 9.
The problem is I had Xbox 360 as my main console last
Here
gen.
come the shower of excuses.
What? PlayStation 4 is when I went to my main. My PlayStation 3 was not my main.
Just get better, Will.
Anyway, you saw my score on Xbox 360.
Who cares what you guys have trophies to? It's like a circle jerk.
He likes bragging. He likes bragging about his trophies.
Spoken by a person with 0 platinums.
I'll catch up.
Why do I
Ryan.
need any?
I'll catch up, Ryan. Don't worry.
It's like, oh look, I got it. I got 2. I got 5.
Now I won't let Will pass me.
Good for you.
Fine.
I'll catch up.
I'll
Don't
stay
worry.
up extra
I'll
late
catch
just
up.
to get platinums now.
Platinums
I
on
know
platinums
you're
on
coming.
platinums.
Oh, I'm coming. Dead Star. I played that a little bit more. It's actually pretty fun. I'd like to play it with more friends if you want to try it out later. I started Ratchet and Clank. Comedy style. If you've never played it before, it's kind of like Freakazoid, right?
I don't know what Freakazoid is.
I love Freakazoid.
You never watched Freakazoid?
He runs
Is that a cartoon?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that
He
is.
runs
It's
around in
totally
underwear. How could
Okay,
you not like it?
Animaniacs. You watched that, right?
I saw
It's
it.
similar.
Ratchet and Clank?
Yeah. Well, it's the comedy style.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And then I also played The Evil Within. I got that on the PSN sale.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was a few dollars cheaper than if I got like the actual hard copy, so I just went with it.
It's a pretty intense game.
I'm a little disappointed the frame rate though is kind of low.
It's okay.
I don't notice.
It goes sub 30 frames per second a lot.
Yeah, it's okay.
Also been playing the Destiny update when I can staying up till 4 a.m. Just saying.
Oh god, Destiny, more Destiny.
The Destiny.
All right.
I'm sure Sloan's freaking out.
Encore.
I have not played any games this week or the last 2 weeks, but I did catch a couple of movies.
What you got?
Saw Jungle Book, and yesterday I actually did see Keanu.
Oh,
Wow,
how'd
that's
you
quick.
like it?
I did fall asleep.
So,
You fell asleep in
Why
a
do you keep
movie
going to
theater?
movies when you're half asleep?
It happened.
Dedication to the
It's like
podcast,
my
bro.
dad.
It's dedication.
Look over him at the
Dedication to the
PSX and
podcast.
he's staring at the ceiling with his mouth falling open.
I also saw. I watched a new anime. I don't know. We're talking about animes, but there's one called Ajin. It's pretty cool. Maybe we can talk about that.
Is it
All
better
right,
than
well,
Akira?
we
talk
gotta
about
all
when we
watch
get
it.
there.
Now's your
Yeah.
time.
You're gonna sign it to us?
Yes.
Is it on
Oh,
Netflix?
God.
It is on Netflix.
All right.
Is it just
Cool.
one thing or is it a series? Because I don't want to watch
It's one season.
Oh, God.
Does it have any dub or is it just
Yeah, it's
100%?
dubbed.
Okay, cool.
If it's dubbed, we can do it.
Ajin.
Dubstep.
Dubbed.
Okay, moving on
What
for
Jeff played?
the oh yeah, what I played. I played just a lot of free games on the PlayStation, and I played a lot of FIFA this week. I finished my season with the Galaxy finally. It came in first, of course. I lost 3 games the whole season. There was only 3 games they put me out. I wasn't playing, so that's why I lost. Otherwise, I was undefeated. Not a big deal. Just want to throw it out there.
Try to simulate those. Simulate.
I had to. They wouldn't play me. Makes no sense because I'm obviously the best player on the team.
Oh, so you're just playing a single player.
I don't play online.
campaign
I'm
thing.
not that good.
I mean, you're just playing as one
You
player.
can't get that good unless you play online.
It's annoying. It's the same thing playing.
It's
Crucible.
catch-22.
Exactly.
I don't really like playing FIFA online because then you're playing with people that usually are extremely good or hacking. Because when you play online, somebody kicks the ball halfway across the field and then scores a goal on like 2 passes.
I don't think that's exactly why I don't play.
Or then you get someone says, "Play me FIFA," and it scares.
Oh
crap
my
out.
god! I won't mention any names, but yes, when I'm trying to play another game and play me FIFA, play me FIFA, play me
It's
FIFA.
like, God,
play
leave me
FIFA.
alone.
Can I block you?
No, you
It's a
can't.
social
Well,
experience.
now
You
you can
can
appear
now.
offline.
Now you can appear offline.
You
can hide.
can?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the new update.
The
that
update
came
went
out.
through.
Maybe I'll do that.
I don't hide from my friends. I like my friends.
Well, because you're not friends with this guy.
Well, when you become friends with them, you'll see the difference. So you'll sit there and you'll see that there's gonna be a person randomly messaging you saying, "Play me a game," when you don't want to play with anyone.
Yeah, but that's pretty much all I played. It was just FIFA. I played a lot of.
Did you finish Sunset?
Yeah, I finished Sunset like 4 months ago,
Okay.
and then I replayed it again. Actually, I watched Nick play, and he played, and I just kind of hung out and watched him play, which is really cool.
You guys remember that guy that we met at PSX that was in Sunset?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I remember him.
Whoa,
The guy
I
from
waited
the
in line
screens.
for.
I
that
didn't
one
meet
game was
anybody.
When we were waiting in line for 1884.
Yeah.
The guy that was.
Oh, I
on
didn't
the
wait in line
screens.
with you guys.
Oh.
Oh,
Me and
he,
Jeff
he
went and
came
had
up and
fun.
was like, "This guy was in Sunset Overdrive."
Well,
And he
taking
was in
pictures with
Sunset
somebody,
Overdrive,
remember?
but he was just a screen guy, right? He
No,
was that
he
weird
was
screens
the
around
guy
city.
that was on the big poster board.
Probably like their
That was
community
animated.
manager or something.
Yeah, he was just some guy that was.
I don't think he
talking.
even had to do with the development of the game.
Yeah, he didn't have anything to do with it.
He was
just
on
there.
the billboards or something like that, I think.
Right. He was there,
He was on
and
the
everyone
billboard.
was freaking out though. But he's like, "What are you doing at this PlayStation convention? You're an Xbox guy." Like, what the?
No,
frick?
nobody's freaking out. This is a guy that was in line trying to.
No,
to
I meant to
explain
say
what
like
the line
people
was
are
for.
asking
It was
about.
like this guy was in Sunset Overdrive.
I don't give a
He
crap.
was just a Hideo Kojima distractor.
Oh, Hideo.
Those
Ryan
assholes.
missed.
That's
Ryan
fucking
missed
guy.
Hideo. He was so sad.
That's
Covered
why you
his
should have
face.
stuck with us, Ryan. I don't know why you're taking off with Jeff.
Ryan was on a swag grabbing spree. I just need to grab free shit.
Just there for the free shit.
I don't know why you would pay for a convention to get free crap.
Gotta make money, bro. Get that eBay.
How much did you make?
I paid for my ticket.
Bullshit.
Disney Infinity, Disney Infinity
Shit.
figures. I got
That
$35
Disney
from
Infinity
Target.
alone.
$35 from Target. Easy money.
I know someone's excited for this next PSX.
PSX is gonna
Something
be
to
fun.
get all
I don't
them
even know where.
Disney
Nobody
Infinity
knows where it
figures.
is. Does anybody know where it is?
I think it's in Dubai.
Oh my god.
I'm down.
That'd be good
Go.
for Encore.
Keep
I'm
going.
down.
But anybody who else is Encore didn't play any games, so we're going to the next topic. then?
Encore, how many platinums do you have?
3.
Really?
No.
No, I was gonna say no way. No way.
Maybe I'll get one for Uncharted 4. We'll see.
Ooh, what a week we live in.
It's gonna have online ones. I
Yeah,
don't
that
know.
means you
if
gotta
The
you're
play
gonna-
online ones are
multiplayer.
easy. I already saw them. It's really easy.
Oh, that easy?
Yeah, you just pretty much have to try out multiplayer, get the online one.
That pissed me off for Last of Us.
Yeah, I
It
didn't
took
do
so
that.
long.
Last of Us had terrible trophies. They're like, I think I beat that game, didn't even get a trophy.
Maybe you didn't beat it.
Ooh.
Maybe there's a little hidden gem you didn't get.
No spoilers.
When I played through on PlayStation 3, I got like none. PlayStation 4, I got more.
Now, if a game's that old, can we just say whatever we want about the game without having to worry about spoilers?
Yes.
At what point can we just talk about a game freely in the ending?
You can talk about
You
it.
can
but
talk about whatever you want. Just say spoilers before, if it's something.
Just
that
say the
spoils the story.
spoiler
What if
alert.
it's like Super Mario 2? Like, do we have to say spoilers?
No.
Not maybe.
If it's not
Nobody-
recent, you don't have to.
Well, what's
say
recent?
Like
6
within the
months.
past.
So Zombie, I can mention the ending is because I think I'm the only one that
I'm
finished Zombie.
probably not going to beat that game, so.
So I can mention the ending.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
Shut, you're not gonna play
It's just
anything.
free.
It's a shit ending anyway.
You're almost done with your beer. Okay, moving on. We're gonna talk about zombies, our first topic of the week. So Ryan, what are your thoughts on the roguelike nature of the game?
I think that's one of the coolest features about it because it makes you it puts some what do I want to say, some intensity to it, gives value to actually dying, so you don't actually just respawn and get back there. You have to lose all your stuff and find where you died to get all your stuff. When I played it on Wii U, I really digged it, and then the first time I died on PS4, I said I'm done with this game.
Why?
Because I was walking around killing some stuff, and I saw something in the water, and I decided to poke it with my shovel, and it turned out to be a zombie strapped with dynamite, and I blew up, and I died. I was only playing to get the trophies, so you get like 200 zombie kills without dying, and then I was like, I'm over this game.
Well, what game do you ever see an enemy in the water and walk right up to it and just poke it?
I thought there could be a treasure.
Oh my god!
You never
Use
know.
your
When do you-
radar. It's
when do you
red. It's
ever-
never.
When do you ever
use your-
poke a person with
you can-
something and think that it's going to give you a treasure?
I didn't think it would just blow up. I didn't know what it was. The graphics are so crappy, it didn't even look
Oh,
like dynamite.
okay. Here we
Well,
go.
the graphics. Okay, let's talk about the graphics. The graphics did not change whatsoever from Wii U at all.
How many people played it on the Wii U?
I played on Wii U.
I played on Wii U.
I saw a video of the Wii U.
We're not talking about Zombie U, are we?
Yeah, it was Zombie.
Yeah,
U.
it's the same
Zombie
game.
U.
Zombie
Yeah.
U, and then it
We're
turns
not
into
talking about.
Zombie
We're talking about
on
Zombie on
PS4.
PlayStation.
It's the same game.
It's just a port of Zombie U on PS4.
Did you play it too, Encore?
I have Zombie U
You do?
It's
Yeah.
free on
Did you
PS
play
Plus
it?
right
Yeah,
now.
you played it.
Have you ever played it?
2 years ago.
Did you finish it?
Well, that was
We
when
can
it was
talk
out.
about it.
Yeah, you can talk about it.
All right, we got
That's the
Encore on this
same game?
topic.
Yay.
Encore's like, wait a minute. I remember poking something in the water and blowing it too. This game sounds familiar.
I don't think I got to the point where I could poke somebody in the water. I played it for like an hour.
At least you got
Why
the
did you
wrapper
get-
off, right?
Encore's always giving his games a fair shake.
Well, it was the only game out at the time, so I bought it. It was the first launch title.
I mean, there was no. Honestly, there's no difference between the graphics between
Yeah, it was pretty
that
bad.
It
one
was-
and the PlayStation.
It
Not
was
so
one of
much.
the best launch titles that the Wii U had.
But I think they removed one thing, didn't they? Remove like the dirty screen looking effect.
I don't remember
There was like
Yeah.
a dirty
Yeah,
screen.
I thought it looked so cool on Wii U, but eventually got in the way.
Yeah, there's like a
Like, you
dirty
look at-
screen.
You look
Like
at a
a
light
filter?
and you have all kinds of stuff going on with the light.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
those are-
dirtiness on the lens.
Okay.
They took that away with the PlayStation versus the Wii U.
PlayStation probably can't handle
Well, the
it.
Wii
Wasn't
U-
there something to do with on the Wii U some multiplayer aspect too?
Yeah.
Yes, there was.
That's not on the
They
PlayStation.
took that out.
There is no multiplayer because I think you needed the pad, right, to play
Well, to
the
be
multiplayer.
honest, I haven't touched it on PS4, but I think we should cover this. On Wii U, it had the gamepad, and you could see little blips on the screen, second screen. How did they cover that on PS4?
They put it on the bottom right, I think, and it was.
It's just a radar.
Like the
radar.
radar? Yeah, it's just like Destiny. Just in the
But
upper
the
corner.
radar on the Wii U was much better apparently, because the radar on the gamepad was much more robust.
I don't really remember.
I remember
what I
you could
heard.
use the
Wait, so when
gamepad.
you use your radar, you look down at your lap, you look at the radar, and then you look back up at the screen to see where the enemies are?
Yeah.
That's true.
How could
Yeah,
that
I
possibly
think
be
on
better?
Wii U it gives you more,
But
more
it's
jitters
supposed to be
'cause you look down the
immersive.
screen, look up, look down.
It's kind of
look
like a
up.
map, right?
It's
When you look
annoying.
down at a map,
It's annoying as fuck.
right? But people
Well, it
thought
distracts you more from the game, makes them more likely to die.
people
Yeah.
really did
Yes.
like the immersiveness of the gamepad. That's what people said. That was one of the biggest pet peeves they had with this game.
Well, the game has like this scanner. You can open up the scanner and look around walls for clues sometimes. I wonder if that pad also
Yeah.
you can hold it up as a
Yeah,
scanner.
yeah, yeah. You hold it up and move around.
That's
yeah.
kind of cool. I can see
Exactly what you did.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't take off, though. I mean, Miyamoto was like, I'm still going to make a game that proves the usefulness of the gamepad.
Honestly, I
It's called
thought
Star Fox.
Does it prove it?
So-
Did you get it, so Encore?
No, I didn't get it, but I just heard really bad. The game, the controller's really bad. People like hate the game because of the controller.
I'm gonna red box it.
The-
It's
the
only
Zombie
supposed to be
U-
like 2 hours long.
that. So Zombie U was actually good on the Wii. Wasn't there a game on the Wii U like the sword game or something? Everybody was saying that was going to be awesome and turned out to suck balls.
Sword game?
I don't remember what you're talking about.
Red Steel was that Red Steel?
Oh, that was way long.
Yeah,
ago.
that was Wii U. I'm sorry, that was Wii. That was regular Wii.
okay.
That was when the motion controller first came out. And yeah, Red Steel 2 was a lot better.
But
Was that on the Wii U?
That was on regular Wii. It was when the motion controller came out, the upgrade.
Yeah.
Anybody? So did you like the graphics at all?
That's fine.
I think they're good for 2 years ago. I mean, at the maximum amount the Wii U could put out for the PlayStation.
I think they
And-
should have put it on Vita.
That'd be a
It's
hard
even
port.
more tiny.
It'd be so
Oh,
laggy.
it'd be
They
so
could barely
sexy.
run Wolf Among Us. It's not going to run this.
Keep in mind, Telltale Games is not like an
Yeah.
amazing developer, though.
That's Telltale's fault. Because I have some pretty fucking games on my.
They can't even
Vita.
make it run well on a normal console.
Right.
I liked it. I
bleeding.
thought it was a great game. I had a lot of fun doing it.
You like
It was
the
cool.
I think the scariness in this game was really good. Comparative. It's like really takes you into a first person mode and you get like kind of like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah, I think the fact you build up your character, you get attachment to that character when you have to start with a new character, and it was a guy, and you like start connecting to the guy, and then all of a sudden you're a girl whimpering whenever something weird happens.
You're a girl that's a school teacher. And you're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Why am I?
But
why even put the school teacher in there? Why? It makes no
I thought it
sense.
was supposed to be like you're losing that character and it's supposed to lose that connection and you're like now you're another person.
Yeah, that's exactly how
Yeah.
it is.
But you
Yeah.
feel no connection to these people because you never see their face, you never hear them talk. They have no dialogue. They don't do anything except for the fact that you know his name and his profession for some reason.
Yeah. They could have done better
Well,
on that.
what'd you want them to do? Like make a voice actor for each individual character? That'd be a lot of random.
Well, you could have made
generation.
how about a family? You could have made a family like a mom, a dad, and a son, and like a grandpa or something, and they're all huddled up in that place together. And they send one person out to do all this work, and that guy dies. And like, oh shit, the kid died. Now we got to go out and get what he had around 4 friends or something.
That'd be a whole different idea.
That's a lot of development.
You ask
the
and I
story.
get. Hey, ask and you shall receive.
I mean, they tacked it on, I think, but
For-
it kind of worked.
For what it was good. It was a free game, and that's what I got it for. But having played it now, I probably, if I had a Wii, I would have bought it on the Wii U because it was a fun game and I liked it. I played on Survivor first, and I got really far and died at the end.
So are we happy as this as a PlayStation Plus offering?
Absolutely.
That's a great PlayStation Plus
I think it's
offer,
a
I just gotta
good
say that.
offering for a free game.
It only
That's
came
good.
out like 3 months ago or something like that. It's pretty new.
Yeah, it was $20 when it first came out on PlayStation.
Yeah, it's a port, though.
And then it went to free, which is really interesting. That quick to port it over in 3 months for free. That's great.
Has anybody tried a phone to emulate the tablet?
Oh yeah, I forgot you could. Can you do that?
Yeah.
It's in your thing.
I
Your
said,
outline.
would you be interested in that as a feature?
Have you tried it? Has anybody tried it?
It might exist.
I
don't
haven't
know.
tried it.
I never use
didn't know
second
there was
screen
that.
features. I hate it.
I use second screen with movies. It's pretty cool.
I only use second screen for the camera game that came with the camera,
What?
where you can send shit that you draw to the TV. You haven't
Do
tried that?
No, I never played with the camera at all.
Oh, you can
Camera's a
draw. You
waste
can
of
draw.
money.
You can draw shit on your phone and then swipe up, and it sends it to the screen, and you can play with it with your controller.
I wish the Division had
cool.
that second camera thing, that drone.
Oh yeah.
That would have been cool.
That they're supposed to have.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
second screen experience didn't work for. What's the other game? That's like a sequel to. Don't leave me hanging.
Fallout
Ryan.
had it.
No, I'm talking about the other Ubisoft game,
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs. Yeah,
Oh.
The second screen experience for that was there, but it didn't work out very well. So I think they just trashed the.
What was the second screen on
for
that one
Division.
supposed to be?
They can help disable shit for you, like hacking it as you drive, so you don't have to worry about it.
Oh,
that's
I guess
cool.
that's cool.
I mean,
That's awesome.
Nobody did it though. Nobody
Well,
talked
I didn't
about
even
it.
know they had that.
Nobody
What the heck?
cared.
They don't tell you it's
Well-
not necessary. It's not.
It's not
I mean,
really necessary.
nobody
for the
really
game.
cared.
All you have to do is push square and you hack whatever's closest anyway.
But it's
Exactly.
cooler to do on your phone. It doesn't need to be necessary. It's not necessary we play games in general, but it's fun. We do it.
Was it worth the development time for Ubisoft? Probably not.
Yes.
They can't even do a female character in Unity.
Wow.
Was that the India
Shoot.
one?
Unity was
that,
the
that was
India one.
that was
London.
France.
Wait,
London.
it's London.
No, London is.
Oh, it's Paris.
Yeah, Paris.
Paris.
Yeah, we're in Paris.
Wasn't the one with the she's in India or something like that? Or they
I
were
think that
making
was
it?
that side-scrolling one. There's
So,
one in
yeah,
India.
that was a different one.
I saw that for $10 on Amazon. I still didn't buy it.
Did anybody think the soundtrack on Zombie was good?
I don't remember
Did they
it.
play a lot of music on that?
It
I
was
think
a-
it was mostly ambient.
Yeah, it was like ambient
It wasn't
sound.
significant for me to remember
Okay.
either.
Only thing that bothered me in that game is the death and then going back to grab my shit. That's all that bothered me in that game.
I'll
When I
still
play-
probably go back to it.
I liked it because it was. I mean, like you said, it's basically your character dying, and now you're.
No, I like
you're a
that.
zombie. And now you have to go get your shit back.
I like that, but I didn't like that I had to go it's like what game did that? Diablo? Remember Diablo, the first Diablo? When
Yeah.
you lose, you go into like a dungeon, you lose all your awesome stuff that you had, and you have to go
Oh
all
yeah, you have
the
to
way
go get back up. Yeah, it's similar to that.
Yeah, and that makes me so angry having to go down so many dungeon flights.
That's like Dark Souls.
So you gotta store your shit, dude, at the safe house. I died once on the regular mode. I realized I should probably store half of my stuff. So if I die again, I'll
And then you
all
go
the way
back. You're like, I need the shovel. It's my last shovel.
If it's
That's so I
easy
can poke a
platinum
dead
though, I
body.
gotta go make sure I go
It's a
play
pretty
it
easy platinum.
to try to beat Ryan
Oh fuck.
because he's gonna go try to get a platinum with that.
Oh, I'll get it. I'll get it. I'm on it.
I don't understand how you keep your save on the survivor mode on the cloud.
Oh, it's cheating.
Oh, it is cheating?
Well, I mean, if you want to cheese it, but yeah, because you can just upload your save to the cloud. So then, if you die, you just close out the application and then download your cloud save and have it overwrite what's on your console.
Yeah, that is a cheating.
And then,
So Ryan, what happened to being a cheater on Fallout 4?
I didn't say I was cheating. I'm just saying I
That's
know.
the same thing.
I
You
know
said
of it.
easy
Sloan-
platinum.
the
That's
Sloan
that's
cheats.
what came out of your
Oh,
mouth.
jeez.
The gold cheat in
Sloan takes pride in his cheats.
Sloan spent more time cheating than he did playing the actual game.
He loves his exploits. Sloan loves his
Yeah.
exploits.
That's all I talked about today was a Destiny exploit.
I don't have to worry about the exploits. Sloan will have it for me immediately when I try to play my game.
I like to earn. I like to be rewarded for my effort.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay,
Oh,
all right, moving on.
All right, moving on. Sunset Overdrive. What do we think?
Love it. Best Xbox One game. Period.
I think it was a great. Isn't in their launch title one of their launch titles?
It
What their
came out
system?
within like the first
It was close
year,
to
I
it.
think.
Yeah, close to it.
Yeah, I thought it was a good game.
It's one of the
for what it
games
is.
that like rewards you for playing smoothly. Like
Yeah.
the more fluid motion you have, the cooler you feel, and the more you want to try to be better.
Right, instead of just being awkward and jumping from pole to pole. And
Well,
not
actually,
missing.
it like punishes you for not grinding and air dashing and stuff like that. Because when you're on the ground, you move slow. It's hard to jump, and these guys they flood you almost instantaneously, and you die fairly quick. So it's rewarding to grind, to air dash, to wall ride, to do all this other stuff, to build up those combos, to build up that style meter, do awesome stuff.
It's all about mobility.
Yeah,
It's like
the
a Tony
stam-
Hawk shooter.
The stamina meter was really cool because when you play it, you just get your powers get way better every time you get better at playing the game, grinding. Felt like Jet Grind Radio.
Jet
when I was-
Set
It
Radio.
totally
Jet
felt like
Set
Jet Set
Radio.
Radio.
When I
Well,
was
it's playing
playing-
Grind Radio on Dreamcast, right? And then Jet Set on Xbox.
I played
I
Jet
think so.
Grind Radio on. I played the Dreamcast version.
I think it was
and then
Grind
played-
Radio first.
I don't know.
Well, we
It's
got
very
a
similar.
fax checker on it. One
I
second.
think I like Sunset better though.
Yeah, Sunset definitely.
Sunset is way better, of course. I just said
Yeah.
it felt like it.
It was more modern.
It's one of the only games I like to get the collectibles just because it was so fun to try to move around without getting stalled. And just fly up the buildings and bounce off cars. I love that game.
What are the jokes? You like the jokes?
Some of them are okay.
It was funny.
The humor is a little too
I mean-
mature for me, but
Too much.
it was fun.
I like the big blown up balloon things talking to you,
little Fizco.
trying to down talk to you. Yeah,
the
it was fun.
collectibles and stuff. Or no, you're talking about the big.
Yeah,
character,
like when you're trying to kill it and it records the gameplay automatically for you.
Yeah.
When you don't wish it, it's kind of weird, but I mean those scenes were kind of cool.
Yeah, it was Jet Set Radio.
Just a radio.
On Xbox, right? Or
No, it's on
Dreamcast.
both. On
Yeah,
both.
it's on both.
Yeah,
I have it
I
on
could
my
have sworn they
Vita.
changed the name.
it says on this one. It says Jet Set Radio Dreamcast. So.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So do you guys think it's Insomniac's best game?
No,
Definitely not their best game.
Not really, but I like
But it's
Sly
a good
Cooper.
they didn't do that.
Oh whoa.
That was Naughty Dog.
Womp, womp.
Oh,
No, Sly Cooper's on Naughty Dog.
Oh, who would Naughty Dog do?
That was Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch did.
Oh, okay. What did Naughty Dog do?
Oh,
then?
excuse
Naughty
my
Dog
mistake.
did Crash Bandicoot.
Jack and
okay.
Daxter.
I got confused.
And yeah, Jack and Daxter.
Uncharted.
Ooh.
Oh, that's what I'm
Oh,
confusing
Jack
with
and
Jack and Daxter.
They're pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Jack and Dex.
I think Insomniac's best game is probably one of the Ratchet and Clanks.
Sohail and I played the multiplayer. It was kind of fun.
On what? On Sunset?
On
Sunset
Radio.
Overdrive, yeah.
The Chaos Squad?
We played. It was like everything. It was like a weird jumble of games.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. Sohail, I didn't actually beat it at the time, so Sohail had an edge on me. I felt kind of handicapped.
I was just playing it. So.
I mean, no, it was fun. I like the modes. You get a lot of rewards from it.
No.
I never played that.
Remember one of the things I really disliked about the game was the parts where it did like the tower defense thing. I thought that was really underdeveloped. I think it was a cool idea, like when
didn't
they're
like
like
it
cooking
either.
your weapons and all the zombies.
It's
are
a little
coming.
more fun when you play it with multiplayer people.
It was just too easy. I didn't feel like I really had to strategize where I put my traps. 'Cause
I
could
felt like
still
it was,
just,
I felt the
bounce
opposite. I
around.
thought it was like impossible to defend every single one of those. So eventually I just focused on like one or two of them. I was like, fuck it, man. That one's just going to go anyway, so I might as well just focus on these two. So
I think
felt
it was a cool
nearly
idea.
impossible.
But
It was better when we had more than one person playing it, though, I think.
I can see that.
Sohail.
I did think the multiplayer was really fun. I just enjoyed playing with Will because it wasn't really. It was more like a competition, but it was friendly competition. So it wasn't really like, hey, beat Will. But if you and your player that was playing with you did really well, you got really good perks. So if you went after it, remember how we played got really crazy and our perk meter went up? We got all these like crazy perks at the end of our gameplay.
Yeah, they would always have a goal. Like, you
Yeah.
have to do this to get a higher score.
which ended up getting you like a nice perk that you can use in the game, which is really nice.
you
Yeah.
get any good treats, like a good exclusive weapon?
It was like exclusive moves.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you played online, you end up getting like an exclusive move that you can only get online.
Remember how in Watch Dogs you get exclusive shit for doing the
Yeah.
multiplayer mode?
No.
You never did it?
No.
Yeah, you get like the radar scan and shit that helps you out in the normal game when people hack you. You get stuff like that
Oh,
in Sunset.
I'll have to play Watch Dogs again.
It was a cool mode in Watch Dogs.
What the weapons? You like the weapons in Sunset?
Oh yeah.
Did you get the platinum for Watch Dogs?
No, I didn't get the platinum for Watch
I did.
Dogs.
I did.
Oh, I'm gonna go get it now.
Jesus. Someone has a
The
tight
fuck is
asshole.
going on,
Jesus Christ. He
Was that a real
farted, but-
fart?
It was a real fart, but it was so tight that it came out like.
It's like short, sounding on the mic.
That's a
really,
butthole
really
that's
loud.
never had any entry.
Pop the small balloon.
That's a good thing.
I'm disappointed with your zombie U input. On core.
1 hour gameplay.
What? Like, I only played it for an hour or so when it first came
There's
out.
actually
so-
Yeah,
plenty,
but
that's plenty of time, dude.
You
That's
have
like
the
3 years ago, I
nostalgia.
don't remember.
Yeah, the nostalgia of it being a not launch title. So I think you've had more of an opinion.
I think I died and I had to go back and I was like, fuck this. I think that's what
I mean, that's
happened.
what you said before.
You have no
You
patience.
had no memory other than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do we think Sunset Overdrive's a good exclusive?
I think it was a good exclusive. Wait, did we skip over if it was too edgy?
I don't think it's too edgy.
We never talked about
Oh,
the humor.
Oh, that
We
was.
talked about the humor. You know?
I thought.
God.
What is that site that you love to go on, Ryan?
Kotaku.
Kotaku?
Not Kotaku. The one you always
Porn
like.
NeoGaf?
4chan.
NeoGaf.
No,
At
NeoGaf.
the end of the game, when you beat the game, spoiler alert, they say,
old.
"Do you think NeoGaf is gonna like this?"
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And I was so pissed off.
How did that anger you?
Why were you pissed off?
because it's trying to get to people. Who gives a f of why you're trying to talk to
breaking the
people?
No,
fourth wall, so he'll.
because
not
Insomniac
swear?
is a developer that likes to stay in touch with their fans, and they
Yeah, I
actually
know.
go on to NeoGaf and like talk to people.
I get
So
it.
they're really in touch with their fans, and that's kind of like a cool little nod. To like, hey, we're like paying attention to you, and like, it might not
Love
matter
you
to
still.
you, but like that community will dig it a lot.
Oh no, I know they dig it, but I just thought that was weird. I thought that was weird they would put that in there just to make that joke. That
I
whole part was
appreciated it.
put a joke.
I thought it was nice.
I like them as a developer. They're not the same as any. Nobody's like them. Like,
No, I know.
All their games.
I love
have a cool
Spyro.
feel to
I'm
it.
excited to try their VR game.
They have one.
Oh god.
Yeah, they have one for Oculus. It was exclusive. It's
Oh.
going to come out to other ones.
it's
Song of the
it's coming to
I hope it.
PlayStation?
I hope it comes to PlayStation. No announcement yet, though. I'm sure it will, though.
I thought Oculus was paid for that themselves.
Oh, well, all the Oculus exclusives right now are timed,
Oh,
so it'll eventually come. I'm pretty sure.
Edge of Nowhere.
Oh yeah.
Edge of Nowhere.
Edge of Nowhere is the name. Yeah,
Edge of Nowhere?
Is the name of
that's the name of it. Yeah,
Insomniac.
it's like in the snow and you're walking around. It's kind of like a haunted thing. I don't know. I haven't really seen too
I'll
much
be on
about
the
it.
edge of my seat playing that one.
It'd be fun.
God.
Encore, did you download Sunset Overdrive for your Xbox One?
He can't talk. He's still laughing at the little squeaker he
love
made
that
earlier.
fart that he had earlier. It's like burnt.
Even
That's
though,
a class.
even though I like the weapons in Sunset, I still found I tried all of them. I eventually bought all of them. I found myself only using like 4 or 5.
That's usually how it goes. That's how all their
Right.
games are. Like all the Resistance
It was-
games had crazy weapons and Ratchet and Clank.
You just used your most powerful ones, right? You didn't go after anything else. You was like, yeah, my most
I generally
powerful ones.
used 2 of the most powerful, and then I used 3 that made me laugh, like the little teddy bear cannon thing. I thought that was
Teddy
really
bear's
funny.
good.
That record gun.
Oh, I used
is
the record gun a lot. That
It
was
felt like
killer.
the weakest gun though,
It
But
was
once it
fun.
upgraded,
but you got the most ammo for it.
Yeah.
It was fun. You see every limbs flying everywhere. I thought it was hilarious.
Every time you upgraded a gun, like your base weapons, they got so much better.
yeah.
And then after that, you just didn't want to move to the next weapon. You're
What
just
about
like, no more.
like using your weapon strategically, where you could ice people to freeze them, throw the little acid sprinkler, and then just mow everybody down as they're all frozen.
That
there.
acid sprinkler was amazing for online. I remember using it for online when we were doing the wave attacks.
Yeah, I think that's what gave you the most
Yeah,
edge.
that was-
I really like the shotgun though.
Well, the shotgun's good with the big guys.
Yeah.
Oh, with the little balls on them.
Yeah, the ball shotgun that looks
Yeah.
like a penis.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what it's called. Sorry,
Yeah,
something
it,
like
it
that.
was supposed to be when you first get the gun. It's supposed to be like really edgy because it's got these like balls, and he's like, "Ooh, what's this?"
Yeah.
And he shows you the balls.
Reminds me of Dead Rising. You get the stupid dildo.
Oh yeah, all the
weapons.
weird weapons and Dead Rising. Yeah.
That was actually a cool weapon. The dildo weapon is kind of cool.
I really like
Was that in
Rising.
Dead Rising? Wasn't that,
That was in
also
Saints Row.
Saints Row as well?
Saints Row, yeah.
Saints Row, you can beat people with that giant dildo.
Which was free on Xbox this month.
Oh, is it?
Ooh.
The Xbox One version?
I think last month. So download it now.
Oh, I'll get on that.
Jeff,
What? I'm gonna download it.
What were you gonna say, Encore? Say it. Encore, say it.
I was looking at Sloan to see if he's gonna download it or if he's gonna play Destiny all the time.
Oh, I'm gonna lean forward to talk. Oh, I'm gonna lean back. Don't want to say it.
I do not want to play another game from when I'm trying to play other games. Like,
He sounds like one of the aliens from Mars Attacks.
Sloan just appreciates a good
Yep.
social experience.
Exactly.
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 What's the only one?
It's the best social experience you can have on
I'll agree
PlayStation
with
4
that.
right now.
It is.
Shoot myself in the head with a
I'll
cock.
agree. What other game have you played besides Destiny and Division?
Deep Throat.
Division
Halo,
doesn't even
I
compare.
love playing Halo.
Final
I like
Fantasy
playing
14.
Halo more than I like playing Division, and people would play with me on Halo. I'd play it all day.
I'm talking about like 6, like get a raid or 6, 7, 8 people.
You don't have to play
Final
a raid to make it a
Fantasy
social
14.
game,
Yeah,
though.
but I'm just saying.
You
what
don't
game
need
can you do
6
that?
people to make a game fun. You could have 1, 2 persons, 3, 4. You don't need like 45 people to join you.
Halo though, they
Not
kind of
really.
like run off, go do your own separate shit.
But you can play
yeah, I
campaign.
agree with Will. No, I agree with Will.
You
They-
have to
You,
play
got,
together
you
on
have
Destiny.
Warzone. You can do
You
can
have
do
to play
everything
together in
else.
Destiny though. 6 people working together.
Yeah.
Then why
have to
not just play
achieve one
campaign?
thing.
Put it on Legendary. Play some campaign.
No, dude looks
That's 4
awesome.
players.
Why do you need 6 people to
you
have
can,
fun?
You can still do your own shit on campaign. They don't say, "Oh, gun this plate, gun that plate, gun this plate."
You can do your own shit in Destiny.
Doom looks really
in the
good.
in the single player campaign. Yeah.
How many people did it take to beat Crota the entire level? What, one?
Have you played the new
Yeah.
raid? You remember what the new raid
Oh,
was like?
sorry.
Jeff's
I
just
gotta
mad
play it
because he
again.
couldn't beat the
You remember
last
the
raid.
raid?
I gotta play it again.
Even Ryan could beat the last
I
raid
remember
with us.
when we did that raid, and then we couldn't beat the last boss.
White
then
man can't
Jeff
jump.
signed out and went to bed.
Just like, this is retarded.
And then we
I give
beat
up.
Sorry, it was like 4 in the fucking morning.
White man can't
I remember
jump.
playing with Will until freaking like 11, 12 in the afternoon, right?
Yeah.
He has no money.
You weren't
but
on
he's
your game
still-
that day, to be honest, though.
I really thought it was fun, and then that killed my enjoyment. Was that online experience at night at 3 a.m. when
we
we
were
all
trying to glitch Crota.
Yeah, that glitch
That was so
thing,
long ago.
That was, oh my god, I was so pissed
If you
off.
have the patience to try the new raid, you'd probably like it. So
But it was a memorable experience. It was annoying. It was so long and it was annoying.
so annoying.
All for a
love-
cheat. We didn't even play it legit.
Yeah.
We cheated.
That Crota raid was a point where I had to step back. I had to look at my life. Like, I was just up to 4 in the morning. I got to get up for work at 6 in the morning. And what did I accomplish?
Nothing.
And why?
See, the only thing I didn't like about that game.
Nothing.
it's true. I get no sleep when I play Destiny
And now
ever.
when I took down Crota.
Okay, we're gonna move on from here. He's gonna
All
go
All right,
on
no
all
more
night.
Destiny talk.
He's gonna
We're
go
not
on
even supposed to
all
be talking
night.
about Destiny.
so happy we started
I don't know
talking
how
about
we got into Destiny.
Before we move on,
Jeez.
before we move on, so one of my biggest things I don't like about that game is the time suck it pulls out for just one mission. That's the only thing.
The whole game's a time suck.
So we are still talking about.
Has anybody
Destiny.
noticed?
That's the only thing I wanna say.
Every single
I wanna
podcast
put my
we
input
talk
in.
about Destiny.
I'm gonna let you talk, but I just want to say
I'm just saying. Every single podcast we talk about
Beyonce's
Destiny.
record
I'm
was the
gonna let
best
you
ever.
finish. I'm
we
gonna
talk,
let you finish.
we talk in a hateful manner, though. It's not cheery. We're upset about how much
We
time
love it,
that
but
game
we
stole
hate it.
from No, I don't love it.
I don't love it.
Sloan loves it.
But if they
I
put
love
out
it.
a new raid, I would play the new raid.
I wouldn't play the new raid.
I would.
Jeff, you so
We don't have the
would.
game.
But the best
Once
thing is,
we all talk about the new raid and playing it, Jeff.
No,
will be
the
like,
best
I'm
thing
gonna borrow.
would
I'm
be-
gonna borrow
Get all
Sloan's
this
game
out
right
of
now and play with you guys.
Absolutely.
Get this Destiny bullshit
first of
out
all,
here.
Sloan would like sleep with that thing under his pillow, so nobody can ever get to it.
Exactly.
He would never let that out of his sight.
no, but I do have to
Never.
say, so all these people who've been playing all this time, if a new raid came out, they'd have no upper hand. If I come in there and start playing, we'll be on the same level within an hour.
Oh, that
'Cause
is kinda
everything you
nice.
guys have done
little-
doesn't mean anything.
A little bit longer than that, but yes,
I
it
mean-
will be pretty easy for you to catch
Yeah,
up.
so that's why
All
it's just
about
a,
the enjoyment.
Oh God.
it's just a time.
Okay,
suck.
enough.
experience.
You the one that
Destiny's
started
done.
it.
It's true. You
I should have ended it. I should have stopped.
One more thing, and then we're gonna stop.
Just moderator.
Yeah.
Jeff, moderate.
Mute him. Mute him.
Great job.
Jungle Book. Who saw it?
I
Everybody?
did.
I think everybody pretty
Ryan
much
did.
did.
I
Right?
saw it.
What do we think about it?
I love Christopher Walken.
Honestly,
Walken was the worst part.
Oh,
Agree.
God.
I love
Whoa,
Christopher
whoa,
Walken.
whoa, hold on.
Dis-
Hold
I
on.
love
Agree.
Bill Murray, but
I'm the
I hate the
moderator.
bear's face.
Let Will talk. Go ahead.
wait, go ahead, Will.
The only thing I really hate, I love Christopher Walken. I don't know what you hate about him so much, other than the part that he was like talking and partially singing. That was a little weird.
do? I want to be just like
The only thing I really hated about the movie is Baloo's face. It looked so weird. It didn't look like a real bear. What kind of bear? It doesn't look like a grizzly bear. It
How
doesn't
many
look like a
bears do
black
you get
bear.
up close enough to see their
Yeah.
facial features?
I think Baloo was the only character I liked in the movie.
I liked his voice. I like Bill Murray. Bill Murray is a good choice, but Baloo's face is really weird.
Okay.
It all looked realistic. What?
It did all look really.
It didn't
good.
look realistic to me. It looked really
I
weird.
thought it was amazing. I thought the movie did a really good job of making all the animals seem real.
The cats,
to their ears
the
going
cats,
down,
the
to their
animation
tails
on the
wagging
cats
when they
was
was
amazing.
happy. I thought it was awesome.
That cat animation was amazing. I have to say, like Shere Khan and Bagheera were really good.
Okay, somebody needs to tape their hands so they stop doing these like little sixth grade.
So wait,
things.
just give me a second. So let's listen to Christopher. real quick.
Whoopie doo. Mute him too.
I love Christopher. When I was talking about the Gear VR thing, Christopher Walken is what made it.
Now, I'm the king of the swingers, the jungle VIP.
Is this legal?
I
Can we
reached
do
the
this?
top and had to stop. And that's what's bothering me. I want to be a man.
This sounds very badly recorded.
Yeah, you can't even get a good like.
It's-
that
you can
can
barely
make
hear
sense.
him.
It's horrible.
You can barely hear him.
I do understand why some people wouldn't like Christopher Walken because when the music starts playing and he's kind of talking, and the way Christopher Walken talks, it sounds is he singing it or is he just talking still?
No,
And then
it sounds like he's
and then
talking.
and then he starts to sing, and you're like, okay, now he's definitely singing, but then you're still not really too sure.
I think what most people kind of confuse him about King Louis is the fact that he was huge.
Yeah, he was
I
really
mean,
huge.
maybe that kind of affected their opinion a little bit about Christopher Walken, but I like the fact that he was huge.
Wasn't he a Gigantopithecus, which is like a
Gigantopithecus. Yeah, he talked about that in,
Yeah,
his half song, his talking.
I liked it
Gigantic-
when he was talking. I didn't like his singing. It just felt like Christopher Walken doing karaoke of that song.
That's what he was.
true.
I think that's what,
That's what he was doing. It was-
I think that's what he was going for, though.
yeah.
Uncle, what's your opinion about King Louis?
I didn't like it. He was just too big. Isn't he supposed to be a orangutan or whatever?
Yeah, it's orangutan.
In the inside
But he's a big
in the
orangutan.
cartoon.
He was overweight. Like he was just sitting there eating. I didn't
Yeah,
like
because
it.
he's
He's
a
the king, bro. That's what
Gigantopithecus.
kings do. They
It was like
sit and
King
get
Kong,
fat.
dude.
I liked how when he got up though, he could barely even get up.
It was supposed to be like King Kong, where the big hand came out of nowhere and
No,
like,
listen.
reached over and came back.
He wasn't an orangutan. He was a Gigantopithecus. That's why he said that.
Oh my goodness.
He is an
in the original
orangutan.
story.
He just called
In the
himself a
story, he's an
gigantic.
orangutan, but in the movie, they
Oh, was he so?
outlined that he was a Gigantopithecus.
I think we need to keep in mind it's supposed to be from a boy's perspective, so everything's exaggerated.
But didn't he say he was?
He said he was, but it's
Yeah,
still
he
from
did
a
say
boy's
it.
perspective.
That's a good theory. Well, I respect that.
You got to keep in mind where the story's coming from. Nobody else saw this.
No, I
except
know.
for
I'm just saying that
Mowgli.
he stated no. The whole story is a cracked adventure anyway, because the kid's talking to animals. So
Not all of
Oh,
them.
you don't know that.
He runs into his other animals. He can't even talk to them.
because they're thieves, they're thieves.
Oh yeah, I
They're
remember
dumb
those.
monkeys.
Those
They're monkeys, the little like squirrel-like things.
Yeah, they stole his little giant fruit.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, those things too.
Kind of cute.
Have you ever tried a papaya? Remember Christian Walken asked them,
yeah, that was a little weird.
papaya?
Did you guys notice he was playing with a cowbell? Huh?
Yeah, he
Christopher
did.
Walken, cowbell.
You're lying.
Yeah, I remember the cowbell.
He
Oh,
was.
he was?
Was he
Yeah,
really?
he was. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Oh, I did not notice that.
Oh, Ryan didn't
Yeah, it
watch
was in
the
that room.
movie closely.
I was probably
What a liar!
probably over the movie by that point.
Oh,
I thought Bill Murray was awesome. In
I
this
like Bill
movie.
Murray a lot. He was the only voice actor that I felt like his voice fit. All the other ones felt really flat, like they didn't really care to be.
I
doing
thought
the movie.
Lupita Luongo felt good for the.
Who was that, Bagheera?
The she was the wolf
Oh,
that
the
was a
wolf.
mom.
She was okay.
Yeah, she was pretty good.
I thought they were all great.
I did-
I liked all the
oh,
voices. There were a lot of good voices.
I thought Kyle was kind of dumb.
I don't
just
wanna
because it was so short.
Who?
Kyle, the snake.
Oh, the
Oh,
snake
yeah,
wasn't
that
Scarlett
was
Johansson.
like-
Oh, that
it
was
was a
terrible.
little weird.
They didn't need her in that. They just threw her in there because they were like, "Oh, yeah, let's put something sexy in there."
They only put her. They only used her because it was like a male-oriented film or whatever. So they
Yeah,
used her.
I could
yeah.
see that.
What did John Favreau
That's
said,
what he
right?
said. That's
Yeah.
what he
Is that
said.
what he said?
John
think that is
Favreau
why.
loves John Favreau loves Scarlett Johansson.
Can we talk about spoilers?
They probably
Yeah,
did.
go ahead.
All right.
Spoilers
No, we
movie.
can't talk about spoilers. It just came out. I
It's
just
the
got
same as
yelled.
the cartoon.
I
Is
got
that any
yelled at
different than the
earlier.
cartoon?
Well, that's
This
why we
movie
say
has been out
spoilers.
forever.
Well, we had to address the spoilers.
It's
There's
exactly
two big
like the
spoilers we have
cartoon.
to address.
No, but this is different than the cartoon one. And
There's
the,
two-
the ending.
Well, that's why we got to compare.
Was it? I don't remember the cartoon.
Two big spoilers. I think first one we need to address is that the head. What's the name? Him with the head wolf.
I forgot.
Oh, when
his
he
name.
throws the dad off.
Yeah,
That was cool.
He killed. What's his name though?
like Akira or something like that.
Akira. Or, yeah, something similar to that. He throws him off the cliff and kills him. That didn't happen in the original.
That was cool. I like that.
The other thing that pissed me off that I was really hoping there would be, but there wasn't because there was sequel bait, was that Mowgli saw a woman and followed her into the the man village.
Sorry, Will. Let
It
me
was
jump
all
in.
it was all pussy.
Aquila.
Aquila.
Aquila?
He was
was the
played
name of the
by
wolf.
I don't know how to say his name though.
It's Gus from Breaking Bad.
Giancarlo Esposito. That's his name.
Call him Gus from Breaking Bad.
Okay, Gus from Breaking Bad.
Encore,
Go ahead, Encore. Go ahead.
Was I the only one that was thinking that he'd be falling pussy into the man village?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Didn't
Do you remember the original?
In the original
No,
movie,
I don't. That's like one of the only Disney cartoons I don't like, and that's
one of their
probably
best
why
ones.
I
Yeah.
didn't like the movie.
Well, he was supposed
Wow.
to. He follows a girl in there, and I guess they took it out.
yeah, he follows some
It's
kind
because
of
there's
girl.
officially a sequel.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah.
the tiger's name? The
Shah Khan.
Shere Khan, and it's played by Idris Elba.
I think in the original version, doesn't him and Bagheera, they don't actually fight in the original
No,
one.
They
it's
do
only
not.
Baloo
They
and
never
Shere
fight,
Khan.
huh?
Baloo and Shere Khan are the only ones who fight.
Yeah.
And then Mowgli ties the fire.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he kind of
Right.
gets in the way, but yeah, never actually fights.
He got hands on this time. It was cool. I liked it.
I like the way he took care of Shere Khan.
I did too. I think Ben Kingsley played it well.
Did he die in the original too? Shere Khan?
No, he just
No, he
gets
didn't
Like
die.
ran away or
He
something.
just, like,
didn't
ran away.
Yeah, that was something else that was different too. I
Yeah.
guess.
But you don't even know if he really died.
There's a lot
here.
more death in this one. A lot more death.
it was pretty dark for a child's movie. I mean,
But we don't know if he died, right? He fell into flame, but that doesn't mean anything.
Anything
It's
can
a lot
happen.
more dark than
Yeah,
the
it's like a
last.
Disney
it's true.
movie.
You don't,
No,
you don't
it's-
actually see him die.
It's a lot
but
more
I think-
dark than running away.
Yeah.
I think the
of course.
implication is definitely that burst of like atomic energy bomb that
Yeah,
exploded
yeah,
over
yeah,
him
yeah.
was that he's
It
dead.
did look
The
like
best thing-
atomic energy, like a,
There was
like
a
a big inferno
yeah.
down there.
There wasn't even fire there when he hit it. It was like a huge explosion.
Did you guys feel like whenever he went into that ravine, it was kind of like a Lion King homage?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly what I was
definitely.
thinking.
That when he went into that ravine with the kid, and then those like
A mudslide?
yeah, and
He
then he slid
reminded me a
down.
lot of Lion King.
And then when Shere Khan fell down of the tree, it looked like Mufasa falling.
Yeah.
Not tree.
Well,
yeah,
Shere,
tree.
Shere Khan's scar reminded me of Scar's scar
Right.
on his face.
Right.
It looked very
he
similar.
didn't have a scar originally in the.
No, he
jungle Book.
didn't. But I think that they were just pushing.
It was
to
part
say
of the
it's
story,
burned,
like
yeah.
the revenge for the father.
Some Indian guy burned him.
What do they call the fire?
The red flower.
The red flower. They called it that in the cartoon too. Remember, he says in the song.
They went in depth this time though about the red flower.
Red, yeah, they did.
In the cartoon, they didn't talk about it as much as they did in the new one.
Right, but I thought that red flower thing was I do think that Christopher Walken song was really fun to listen to. It was really awkward.
You should try the Gear VR experience. It was good.
But when he said the red flower, he brought it up a lot. I think
Go ahead, Encore.
You have something to say? Your hands keep going up. What's going on? You're itchy?
I'm itching my ear.
No,
Encore, you're the movie guy. You gotta have more opinion than this. What'd you
give
hate about it?
I don't know. I wish there was more actually human actors in it. Just 'cause if you guys paid attention, obviously that he was the only one. That's the only actor. Everything else is like.
There was Mowgli's dad.
Well,
speaking human
actor. Speaking, yeah.
They
all look great.
I'm sure all the animals had like actors acting out their motions, or
I heard that it was literally him on the green screen set, and that was it. And occasionally Jon Favreau would jump in and like talk as one of the animal actors, but essentially it was just Mowgli or whatever that kid's name is by himself.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a good movie.
I really liked it.
I think the story was really flat for me. It just felt like a bunch of disjointed scenes until it's like, oh wait, we got to go back now because he's messing with my wolves.
Well, you didn't like the original either. I think that's part of it.
You never liked the original, so you're not gonna like this one.
No. I only saw it because everybody said it was so good. I, like,
I thought it was great. Like every character you ran into had a personality. Every character you ran into, you felt like, oh, dude, this is awesome. I know a lot about this character. Even the little porcupine to the little skilly aardvark looking thing that didn't want to get the honey.
That was actually really funny. Like it was like, there's like, what are you doing? It's another monkey, huh? He's like, no, exactly. It's a man cub. Shut up.
All these random characters that come into play in that honey scene, it's like they only have like 2 or 3 lines, but you know that they do it all the time. You know a lot about them, and it's cool.
You know the pig? Remember that part where the pig had honey on him? He licked him,
he's licking
and then he says, exfoliate me. That was really funny.
I think that's something we need to address too. In the original, they don't really talk about him having his man skills. In this one, they said, fight him as a man, not as a wolf.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool addition they made.
It's like a coming of age movie. You know, he stops being a boy or a little boy and he becomes a man.
Yeah, don't be afraid to be yourself. Is what I think the moral.
I do think it's still doing really well in the box office. Then
yeah, it's #1 for the 3rd week, I think.
Oh, so Keanu didn't do that well, huh?
Keanu did really bad.
Ratchet and Clank did really bad too.
Yeah,
did it really?
I just saw it. I saw Ratchet and Clank.
It made like $6 million.
Are we gonna talk about Ratchet and Clank next month?
Yeah, well, that's something we're gonna allude to later.
So, you guys already know they're making Jungle Book 2, right?
Right.
What about and it kind of pissed me off. That's what pissed me off.
There's a Warner Brothers one also coming out maybe like in 2 years, I think.
Oh, I heard about that too. It's so weird.
So it's called Jungle Book Origins.
I think it's just called Jungle Book.
I think it's called Jungle Book Origins. What's his name? Andy Serkis, isn't it? Yeah. So I don't know what
Sandberg?
he's playing. I think he's directing it or something.
He's directing it. It's his first movie.
The Golem guy.
Andy Dick.
Oh, General Snoke or Snoke.
The Golem guy is really going to direct.
He's the Golem. It's the Golem guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Andy Dufresne.
He
usually does motions. He doesn't talk or anything.
Yeah, I feel like he's like
talks.
No, he always talks.
He's always in the motions is what gets him the roles.
He should have got an Academy Award for Caesar. I think that was a great.
Was that a Warner Brothers movie?
20th century. 20th century.
I was wondering if he only works at certain companies.
He's always in Star Wars.
And Star Wars. I'm just asking. I know. I'm just asking.
So they're saying, should they release that version of Jungle Book since this one is so successful and Disney, Disney's making bank on it, so they already greenlit the second one. So do you think they should still make the Warner Brothers one?
I think the Warner Brothers one is going to bomb.
If they do, they're gonna come out around the same time. It's like they'll probably be ready with Jungle Book 2 in 2 or 3 years. So
yeah, I think they're
pretty close to each other.
So theirs is coming out in 2018, right? That another one,
something like that.
So I think Jungle Book 2 is coming out in 2018. That's gonna be kind of
weird.
What
is the purpose of Jungle Book 2? What's the story gonna be?
Well, it's based off the book, so they'll probably just pull a bunch of stories from the book and then weave them together somehow.
I mean, I'm sure it's gonna end in him following a girl back to the man village. But what other than that?
Who knows?
Mowgli babies.
Mowgli babies.
Is
there going to be a conflict? Is he going to be older and there's going to be conflict?
Well, he has to get older. The actor's getting older.
That's true. Unless they get a different actor.
No. Yeah, I think they're going to use the same kid, won't they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably.
He looks pretty young. I think that kid is the only thing that bothered me, by the way, in the whole movie.
You don't like the actor?
I liked him, but he just seemed some kind of
good for
weird.
the age, I thought.
Yeah, for the age, he's good.
He was fine.
That is kind of weird. But it's okay.
I'll give it a...
What'd you give it?
7.
Ooh. He was gonna say
that's
6.
a low grade.
7.
I know
I don't want to give 6 like I did to Star Wars Episode 7, but I'll give it a 7.
Yeah.
I'll grow some balls and give it the 6 it deserves.
Wow. I give it an 8.
Like,
I
What
would
is
say.
what is your reasoning for giving it a 6?
But it didn't feel like it had a good story. It just every single scene was like disjointed.
How?
He's just
There's
going
a
on
journey.
wandering around. He's trying to get out of the forest.
And he
then,
got out of the forest.
And then all of a sudden he's at the edge of the forest, ready to go into the town. And then he hears that his wolf family's in trouble, so then he goes back. But remember,
What the fuck?
he spent days getting to where he's getting now, and he gets all the way back to the wolves in like
Well, that's just like
half
when
hour.
It makes no sense. You're upset at that? Like,
There's a
what
lot
if
of
you're on a
distractions,
journey
though.
to get to point B, and all of a sudden
Maybe he
you get to
rode
point B,
Baloo.
and they're like, "Oh, hey Ryan, just so you know, your dad just got fucking killed by a tiger."
it's a weak story.
He ran into
Fuck it,
he
my-
ran into the
fuck
car.
it, who cares
Don't
about
you
the tiger?
remember-
My
He ran
dad.
into those thieves. He
Who
ran into
cares? Fuck
orangutans.
it.
Yeah.
He had a lot of distractions along the way.
That's all it was. It's all a bunch of distractions.
And the
There's
rest
a
of the way, he had
reason.
like fire in
That's
his
life.
hands.
That's what
Spoilers.
life is. Life
he
is
had
just a
fire
bunch
in
of
his hands. He was like
distractions.
waving shit all over the place. Everything was like, oh shit, fire.
It was just like Lion King. Remember Lion King when his
when he-
father got
that's what I was
killed?
gonna
When Scar took over and he's like, oh, Scar took over. He got there in like
Simba
a
runs
day.
back. Yeah.
I expect better.
Timon and Pumbaa were just distractions.
Oh my god.
That's true.
They're
Comedic
huge
distractions.
characters.
Everything's distraction.
We're all welcome to our own opinions.
Yeah, you are. You are.
Not when they're
welcome to it.
wrong.
Not when you're down to a 6 for no reason.
Yeah, I
Jeez.
gave my reason. Flat voice acting, disjointed plot.
I give it 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from my end.
I get 8 out of 10.
I agree with both of you, and I will give it an 8 out of 10.
So do you guys think the Rotten Tomato score is worthy of?
What is the
I
score?
think it's like 94,
I think Rotten
95.
Tomatoes favors family movies, obviously from Zootopia.
Zootopia was great.
I liked Zootopia too, but
good.
99%.
No,
That was
no,
good.
That's no.
Yeah, it's not. All Rotten Tomatoes does is collect positive reviews. It's not like
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a
That's all it is.
94%.
Yeah.
But I don't like Rotten Tomatoes critics, like their critics that they use. Like the critics
They
that
use, like, everybody.
I know, but everyone they use, they're so like into the
everyone.
intrinsic value of each
that's
little
what a
movie.
critic is.
But they should go shove it up their ass. It's so intense.
I
should
think
know
they're,
by now,
they're
don't
just
listen
immune
to
to it,
critics.
guys. If they watch so many films, they just
Yeah, they're immune to like little subtle details. They're like, I don't like that because this
I
guy
think-
was red.
I think that Hardcore Henry is one of my favorite films of all time, and it got like a
Wow.
33%.
Went there.
Yeah.
well, it's like that.
Boondock Saints got a shitty review too. No, I thought it was
Wow.
great.
I love Hardcore Henry so much. It was my like.
I love Boondock Saints. I'm throwing that out there. The first one, not
Wasn't
the
that like
second one.
widely hailed as like a shitty ass movie by critics?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. It was good. I don't really listen to critics, but
Sure,
when I
the
see
first
something
one was
get a
good.
really high review score on Rotten Tomatoes, I'll go see it. But if I really want to see something and it gets bad reviews, I'll still go see it.
Yeah, see, like the past couple of movies I've seen on Rotten Tomatoes gave it like really good scores, and I've been disappointed.
Because you get all excited.
It's true.
I'm not
You gotta
exci-
go in there and just.
No, but
You gotta go just on
expecting
your own.
I do
sometimes.
that. I don't care Rotten Tomatoes. Like I saw.
Then why do you
Gods
look
of,
at it?
I saw Gods of Egypt. I loved it.
On
I
Why do
course,
you
enjoyed it.
why do you look at Rotten Tomatoes if you do not care about it?
It's just how society works.
And then
now.
every time Encore
That
reads
makes
a
no
movie
sense.
review on IGN, we get a screenshot of the score. Every
why-
time.
society.
That's why
cares.
slavery existed, bro, because everybody did it. So I'm just gonna get myself a slave too. Break free, bro. In the
Society
middle- in the
cares.
middle-
about what
Why
other people
listen?
think.
Why even listen? No, you've always been about reading, but not going whatever you liked anyway.
Yeah, I still do it. I'm
Yeah,
just saying
so-
what that site's given the past movies that I've seen. I've been very disappointed.
See, my mom, I'm just gonna throw my mom out there. My mom loves movies that are crazy action movies. They get terrible scores, but she loves them. She doesn't care. She'll pay for it.
Agreed. Like I
Yeah,
said,
so-
Gods of Egypt, I loved it, and that shit got like a 13%.
Yeah. So what do you care?
I don't. I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
so-
like
care about
it had a
critics.
low score, and I loved it. And this Jungle Book had a 94, and it was okay.
I still don't understand why you look at Rotten Tomatoes in.
It's a society norm now.
I don't know.
And he dropped the bottle cap.
Like I said, if something gets like really good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, if I'm not interested in it, then I'll go see it. But if I want to see a movie and it still gets bad reviews, I don't care. I still go see it because I like what I like.
Yeah, just like Batman versus Superman.
And it was terrible.
It's one thing
It was.
to look at a Rotten Tomatoes score and be like, oh, this got like a 90%, and then go off of that. But if you actually read the reviews,
Okay.
then you can get a kind of idea if you're gonna like the movie, and then adjust it to your schedule. If everyone's saying, oh, Hardcore Henry, for instance, is action packed, okay, I'm gonna put this at the top of my list. But if you're just looking at the score itself, I mean, that's
Nobody has time to read it
oh
all. Look
my
at right now.
God,
Look at
that's
right
such
now.
a-
That's the
You're
problem with our
ridiculous, bro.
society
You're a
right
joke.
there.
Agreed.
You're a
Say,
joke.
the
Get outta
only
here.
time critics can give you a true value is if you find a critic that you agree with, and like you read the same. They like what I like. They liked what I liked about this movie, and
You
they
gotta
dislike
read
what I
the
like.
reviews.
So then you can find that critic, and then you can kind of agree. And if they tell you a movie's a waste of time, then you might be, oh, he's right, and I'll wait for it. But just going on Rotten Tomatoes and saying it's nonsense.
We got something to say. Go
What
ahead.
you gotta say, Uncle?
Go ahead, Giggles.
So, like, if you look at Captain America right now, I think it's getting like a 97 or something right
That's
now.
because Disney pays. For
No,
reviews.
those reviews are no. It's 100% fanboy love
My
that
wife
comes
works
out
for
of
Disney,
nowhere,
okay.
and that fanboy love goes to the critics, and the critics are like, oh, we got to make sure we keep those fanboys.
That's not
happy.
true though, because you look at Batman versus Superman had
How
fanboy
about
love.
how about?
But
Encore
not- no, the
finishes his-
fanboy didn't
his
like it.
sentence here. I'm curious to see what Encore has to say about the Captain America thing. Go ahead.
Like I said, it's pretty high, and I'm a fanboy of it, and I don't know. I feel like I might be disappointed just because
The score or the review?
What
the
is
scores
going
and the
on
reviews,
back here?
because they're saying it's the best Marvel film that Marvel's put out right now. It's different apparently, but I honestly don't see how they're fighting each other, and at the end nobody's gonna die, and they're just gonna make up. So I don't know how good it's
It's
gonna
based
be.
off a comic, though.
I'm gonna go out on a limb
hate
here.
that nobody dies.
I'm gonna go on a limb here. Encore is gonna be disappointed. So just
Well,
call it a fluke.
You give it a watch, right? You're gonna watch it at least.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I'll go see it next
we'll
week.
talk about it next week.
Yeah. Let's talk about that one next week.
I'm not gonna see it open at night, but I'll go.
When's it come out?
Comes out
May
Friday.
4th, right?
Comes out this Friday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see it.
May 4th.
Go see it sometime next week.
Next week
Going
Is that
out of
good?
town this weekend.
Is that our topic?
Where are you
next week?
going?
sounds good.
Going out to Zion, Utah.
Oh,
But
it's
before
beautiful
that,
out
I'm
there.
staying at the illustrious Texas Gambling Hall off the strip of Las Vegas.
I've heard good things about that. Good
Oh, that
things.
sounds good.
Good things.
$30.
Can't beat it.
Yeah, that's
Can't beat it.
disgusting.
Got good reviews on Hotels.com.
All
I
right,
didn't even see it come
It's
back.
the
All right.
Willie's Secret Willie.
you guys ready? Ready to see my secret Willy? Here it comes.
Show me your Secret Willie, Willie.
All right.
Oh man.
So early 2015, Sohill shared an article about boycotting pre-orders because it results in games that are terribly terrible getting support and purchases based off hype.
Agreed.
With Amazon and Best Buy discounting pre-orders and Microsoft even rewarding free games with pre-orders, where we stand on pre-orders now? Are you gonna
Don't they
pre-order games, Sohill?
I would pre-order games if I get a little demo of it and I'll play it and I'll buy it. The one thing I
You
dislike
mean like a
about-
beta?
Yeah, like a beta. But the thing is that they just reward you now on Amazon to buy the game like a week after with a discount now.
I
too?
mean, it can be pre-ordered or it can be within the first week. Yeah.
Oh, I'm more against like when I sent that article, I was more against those games that were sending out things like Destiny. When Destiny came out, it didn't have any content really.
Best Buy though, if you want to get the certificate, it has to be pre-order date of before, right?
Well,
Right.
So sometimes Best Buy does a special deal where you'll get a $10 reward certificate if you pre-order. They usually set up like 15 games a year to do that on top of the 20% discount you get with Gamers Club Unlocked. And when they do that, and it's a game that I know I'm going to buy, then I pre-order. But I very rarely pre-order unless there's some kind of stupid trinket with it. But it's only if I know the game, I want to buy the game right away. Which is rare.
I think given at least there's a few games a year that you're going to buy no matter what, even
Yeah.
bad or good, right?
Yeah, like Metal Gear Solid 5, I know I was going to buy that day one. Uncharted 4.
How about
I knew.
Evolve?
Well, Evolve, I was not going to pre-order, but like Quantum Break, for
people
example,
went
I would
crazy
pre-order.
pre-ordered them, and then they went and got the game, and they were so disappointed. So that's what I was worried about.
I mean,
think
games
that,
like Evolve, yeah, maybe.
But well, no, that's what I was explaining. In the 2015, that's what I was going after. There's all these games coming out, and people were
like
getting
Ubisoft games.
Yeah, like Ubisoft games, and they were putting these things out. People were paying full price. They were basically supporting that developer, and then the developer would come out and say, "Hey, I'm sorry, we didn't finish the game yet. We're gonna launch more shit, but you have to pay for it." That was pissing me off. That was what I was getting angry with. I mean, do you agree? I mean, I agree that I think they should finish. If you're gonna finish a game, if you're gonna give me a game, give me a finished game.
Exactly. It only makes sense to wait. But there are certain developers, for me personally, who've earned my trust, like Naughty Dog.
No,
and other games.
yeah,
that do
Naughty
good.
Dog is one of those.
But there
ones.
are other developers like Ubisoft who seem to consistently release disappointing games, so people should stop pre-ordering them.
What about
right,
Bethesda?
But it's not.
Good stuff.
But no, but
Bethesda, you expect there to be glitches and a bad
No,
launch,
Bethesda
but-
always gives you
They're
like
good games,
glitchy
though.
games. No, but the game is worth it for the purchase, right? You know that Fallout's going to be good. You knew that you're going to get a good game when you have. Oh my god, I'm blanking on the game, the medieval one. Skyrim is the one of them. Elder Scrolls. When you get an Elder Scrolls game, you know it's going to be fun. It's going to be glitchy. It's going to be fun though. It's going to be a time suck, but it's going to be fun.
How about without any kind of gimmick or any kind of freebie? That's kind of freebie.
It's your little accent coming in.
Without any kind of gimmick or freebie, would you pre-order a game?
No.
If you had nothing, if you knew nothing about it.
No.
Even
No,
even
not
from
at
your
all.
favorite developer.
No, because there's without a gimmick, there's no reason to. Because it's usually pretty easy. You can just walk into a store and get it. And then they have pre-ordering digital games. That just makes no sense. Because the original concept for pre-ordering was that you're securing a copy. Because back in the day, like Super Nintendo, games sold out because it was expensive to print cartridges. So if you wanted like Final Fantasy 3, you could not get that game for like a month.
Well, yeah, it was like, I remember 15 years ago, like Vice City or something like that, you would pre-order it just to have that copy, and you get a poster or something like that, and that was one reason to pre-order. But nowadays, no need for it. Nobody's gonna run out.
What about the Amazon discount?
Sure, yeah.
What about the free games of the Xbox?
But for Amazon, it's 2 weeks. So you can pre-order or wait 2 weeks.
What
So why
about the
not
Best Buy
just wait?
certificate?
So I only do that if I know I want the game, because then it's like, oh, $50 plus $10 back, then yeah.
But I agree that when you said you're pre-ordering, it's to reserve a copy knowing there's going to be a limited amount of games.
Yeah, that was back in the day.
Yeah,
Back
but
in the
now
day,
Do
people
games
are
ever sell out anymore?
no.
You can
Every
buy a digital
once in a
copy if you
while.
really want.
I know
Now-
Last of Us, a lot of people had trouble getting physical
Oh yeah,
copies
that was
of
the
when it
only.
first
That
came
was the
out.
last game I remember that sold out.
But that game when you can get it after a while, you can get it digitally, right? After a while.
I mean, you could still get it digitally. It just sold out though.
No, but I mean, some people are just like, if I want the game, I'll download
PlayStation
digitally.
3 had a small hard drive unless you
Yeah.
upgraded it, so
Yeah.
a lot of people didn't want to get.
No, I
digital.
agree. I'm just stating, like, if you really wanted to, you could have got it the same day.
Yeah.
People, this whole thing about getting people to get it for a little coin or to get it for
my Uncharted coin.
God.
My pirate
What do you guys
seal.
think of the Last of Us sold out?
Because they didn't expect it to sell so much.
You don't think so?
you still-
Naughty Dog has a really good reputation.
Naughty
Are you
Dog
still
has a
on
reputation,
Bioshock
but-
being less of a game than Last of Us? Because I remember when the game came out, you're like, Bioshock Infinite is not nowhere near as good a game as Last of Us.
Well,
Well, not even the same like type of game though.
Dude, I didn't even finish Last of Us.
I think,
It didn't stop you from comparing it to Bioshock Infinite.
I'm a fanboy of Naughty Dog. I'm gonna,
but when you look at it, I think
But I'm a
that-
fanboy of Bioshock Infinite. I still think Last
I
of
love
Us is a really
Bioshock.
good game for what it is.
I think both games are great,
Yeah, I like 'em
honestly.
both.
Yeah, it's hard to compare.
well,
But
like,
they're
that
not
thing-
totally different games. They're
You're-
totally
you're
different
off
No,
top.
but
We're talking about
we're talking about
pre-orders.
pre-orders.
Okay, so
come
basically what we're saying here is the only reason why we pre-order is to get something extra.
right.
Whether it be a discount, a poster, a coin.
To be honest, if I know I'm going to buy it anyway, I might still pre-order, even if there's nothing attached.
I usually don't. I knew I was gonna buy Ratchet and Clank, but I was just gonna wait till I was gonna buy it. Because if I'm not gonna play the game that day, there's no reason for me to buy it right away. I could wait until it's on sale.
It's true. For a long time, I was like, I refuse to pre-order. There's just no point.
So I pre-ordered my Uncharted at Best Buy because you get a little pirate coin.
I pre-ordered it on Amazon because you got $10 off. So
I got $10 off at Best Buy too,
that
and a pirate coin.
Like, anybody remember Drive Club?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
The ridiculous issue that happened with Drive Club when it launched.
the studio
couldn't
just
even-
closed.
Or how about Sim City? Remember when Sim City was pre-ordered like crazy and people got it, and then online feature didn't work at all? When big companies like EA and Ubisoft promise you a game and they don't finish it or don't have a final good copy, and you pay like $60 for it, you
Watch
expect
Dogs.
something fun, right?
Yeah, but that's why you need to be an informed consumer and just chill and wait.
Right, I know, but I'm talking about everybody, all the people that were buying it beforehand and giving them their money. And at the end of the day, Ubisoft is like, yeah, we can keep doing this. No one's punishing us.
Well, you know, I once heard a saying from a wise man who once led a country. This is what he said: "Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, he ain't never gonna fool me again."
You did it wrong, by the way.
That's not how it went at all.
You did it wrong.
Not
That's
even.
so
totally
wrong.
how way. Isn't that how way?
He goes, no, he goes, fool me once.
Oh, fool me, never
he
fool
goes,
again.
no, he goes, fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me. You ain't gonna fool me again. That's what he does.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You guys added like a weird southern accent or something to it, but yeah, that's basically what he said.
The point is, if you get fooled, stop getting fooled. Wait and see how the games are, and you'll be fine.
I think this is just an issue with Ubisoft, maybe.
It's not
No,
just
it's
Ubisoft.
not.
all over.
EA does it too.
That was more than Ubisoft. But
Like,
Ubisoft is a big.
EA is known to
Once
play
EA
later.
bought Maxis and went into that bullshit with SimCity, that SimCity launch was real. I wanted that game so bad.
Well, it's our DRM. This is the blame is
So
DRM.
EA seems to have learned their lesson because their game
You know what
releases
DRM
are
is?
few and far between. Digital
Okay.
right management.
Well, Jeff doesn't know. We got to explain it to Jeff.
And some of the listeners that may not fucking spend their entire goddamn life.
Will,
on
why
a
don't you explain
fucking
what
computer.
DRM is?
I don't know what it is.
Okay, pirating is a big problem for PC games.
Yeah.
So whenever you get a PC game, there's going to be a lot of DRM attached, which is the preventative measure they put in place against piracy. So it'll require you to have an online connection when you play. It'll require you to have like a little thing on the CD that has to talk to a server. So if you're not online, you can't even play the game sometimes, especially at launch. So that's a lot of the problems that come with PC games compared to console games, and why a lot of people will say, "Oh, I need to stick with console," because sometimes they buy a PC game and it doesn't even work.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
I think it's a big deal. That's not a big deal personally. Every once in a while, there's like a piece of DRM that people complain about what it does to the computer. But overall, I think good DRM is good for the industry because PC piracy is ridiculous. And a lot of times the pirates like to say, oh, it doesn't do anything. But in reality, it does.
It does.
There's a lot of companies who put out good games and they go out of business. And for some reason, everyone seems to have played it. And then everyone says, a downloaded game doesn't mean it's lost sale. But it does affect a significant number of sales.
I think systems like Steam, where it's more about convenience and you get a lot of sales, have helped against DRM. So it's not as bad as it used to be, where all the games were $50 no matter what. You don't agree with that?
No, I do agree with that. I think digital will be fantastic once the pricing gets right.
Yeah.
Like, I love Steam. Seems fantastic.
But
I love
DRM
Steam.
should work correctly if you're going to launch a game.
Yeah,
Right.
It should work correctly, but most of the time people complain about it, and I don't think it's that big.
The main complaint is, the regular copy of the game doesn't work, but the pirated copy of the game, that works.
Oh, yeah.
That's the complaint of the people that are pirating games.
Why does it not work? Do they spend more time worrying about somebody pirating their game to put out a shit game that's not going to work for everybody?
Yeah, that's a popular opinion.
Well, maybe that's why they go out of business.
Well, they say that. I think sometimes they say that as a cop-out.
A lot of times, also, a game will have servers that the game has to ping in order for you to play it.
Yeah, like
But then
SimCity.
when a game doesn't have a subscription base and nobody's buying new copies anymore, eventually it's in the benefit of the company to just stop supporting it because it's just costing them money now. And then so they turn it off, and then people will get mad like, I can't play this game anymore.
Well, didn't we just lose a game? I'm talking about something else. Didn't
Final
we?
Fantasy
City
11.
that finished, and also City of Heroes is gone. They canceled that
Oh, yeah.
server.
Well, you have to expect that eventually for an
Yeah.
online game. Once you get
Sad
down to
days.
a couple hundred people are playing your game, does it behoove
Yeah.
them to keep
The good
it
thing
up?
on PC, though, is that you eventually get custom servers.
Right.
You mod the game and you can have a custom server up. Instead
People are
of,
still playing
like
Planet
console
Side
games.
1.
Console games, you can't ever have a custom server up.
The chair's wet.
On this,
How would it possibly be
I
wet?
don't know. It's fucking wet.
damn, Ryan's life
your
is
butt
so
wet?
fucking
Like,
No,
long.
it's yeah. My whole everything is wet.
There's no way. Are you sitting on something?
Tyler's been sitting in
No,
this chair
I
for
know.
2 hours.
I know, and I noticed it the moment I sat down. I know.
Why are you just talking about it
I
now?
don't know.
I brought a dry chair.
Because my back felt all like itchy. all
It's
of
been
a sudden.
stored in like up there for
I don't know what the
months.
fuck it is. I don't know.
Alright.
No, this isn't
Okay.
swamp ass. This is wet.
All right, so we're talking about Tropico next week?
No.
Well, what do you want?
What?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
That doesn't even exist yet.
Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption.
Please keep that in there. That was a good reaction.
And that wraps up another week of Nerd Confessions. Join us next week when we talk about Ratchet and Clank, Captain America, and Ajin.
So good, Ajin.
Hot tits.
Hot tits.
Did I get that right?